Hello everyone आणि नमस्कार. This is Dr. Sudarshan Sambhajirao Pedge, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Kailasashi Rasika Mahavidyalaya Devani, your zoology companion, and welcome to my lecture. So, in the last lecture, we also studied the introduction to ecology as well as introduction to ecosystem. In the introduction to ecosystem, we also studied that the biotic components as well as abiotic components. In the abiotic components, there are various types of abiotic components we have also studied. It is the water, temperature, and light. In our syllabus, we also study in the last lecture. As well as biotic components, there are three biotic components. We also studied that: the producer, consumer, and decomposers. Okay. Now today we will focus on types of ecosystem. Okay. First of all, that is the types of ecosystem. First of all, I will focus on a particular definition of ecosystem. We know very well in the last lecture we also studied the definition of ecosystem, but now once again I have repeated here, that is the definition of ecosystem. An ecosystem is a basic functional ecological unit. It consists of living organism and non-living substances called ecosystem. That is the common definition of ecosystem. Okay, ecosystem is a basic functional ecological unit, and it consists of, or it contains biotic factors and abiotic factors. Okay, that is called ecosystem. It is one particular basic definition of ecosystem. Now today we focus on the types of ecosystem. The ecosystem may be as large as world and as small as the cow dung ecosystem. Okay, that is the world is the very largest ecosystem. Why? Because it contains abiotic as well as biotic components is there. Okay, that is the one particular ecosystem. Okay, as large as it is a one particular ecosystem is called world ecosystem, and as small as that is the cow dung ecosystem. We know very well in the cow dung there are so many termites as well as so many insects in that they have depends on. Okay, and that abiotic and biotic factors is there. That is the ecosystem may be as large as the world and as small as the cow dung. Okay, so in the biosphere is the major ecosystem. It comprises all the ecosystem. Okay, first one is the mega ecosystem, second one is the macro ecosystem, third one is the meso ecosystem, and fourth one is the micro ecosystem. In the first mega ecosystem are divided into four subtypes, that is the marine ecosystem, limnic ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, and artificial ecosystem. In the marine ecosystem, it includes saline water ecosystem like oceans, seas, estuaries, brackish waters, etc. These are the ecosystem of marine ecosystem. Okay, these are the example of, or these are the uh, forms of marine ecosystem. Okay, another, that is the limnic ecosystem. In that it includes all freshwater ecosystem like ponds, pools, lakes, rivers, streams, ditches. Okay, these are the limnic ecosystem. Why? Because they are the contain freshwater ecosystem. If you compare the marine and fresh limnic ecosystem, the marine ecosystem contains the seawater or saline water, okay, and limnic ecosystem contain there is the freshwater ecosystem, okay. Another next C is the terrestrial ecosystem. In that terrestrial ecosystem, it includes the ecosystem of air, forest, grasslands, deserts, etc. Okay, it means there is the forest, grassland, deserts, and air. It is the terrestrial ecosystem. Okay, and another last one is the artificial ecosystem. There are man-made ecosystem. Okay, for example, cropland, city, town, etc. These are the this is the example, or this is the form of particular ecosystem. Another second one is the macro ecosystem. In the macro ecosystem, the mega ecosystem is further divided into macro ecosystem. For example, forest. The terrestrial ecosystem or terrestrial macro ecosystem is form of many forested ecosystem. Okay, this macro ecosystem is the terrestrial macro ecosystem is formed of many forest ecosystem. Let's call it as macro ecosystem. Okay, another third one is the meso ecosystem, in that the macro ecosystem is further divided into meso ecosystem. For example, the forest ecosystem is formed of many meso ecosystem like deciduous forest, coniferous forest. These are the examples of meso ecosystem. Okay, and another last one is the micro ecosystem, in that the meso ecosystem is further divided into micro ecosystem. Okay, for example, a lowland in a forest, a mountain in a forest, etc. Okay, this is the one particular example of meso ecosystem. But all ecosystem in the world are further divided into natural and artificial ecosystem. In the first one is the natural ecosystem. These are self-regulating systems without much direct human interference and manipulations, called natural ecosystem. What is meant by the natural ecosystem? These natural ecosystems are self-regulating systems without much direct human interference and manipulations. Okay, that is called as natural ecosystem. For example, ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, oceans, forest, grasslands, deserts. These are the one particular example of natural ecosystem. Why? Because it is not manipulated by man. Okay, it is a natural ecosystem. It is governed by the naturally. Okay, and another next, that is the artificial ecosystem. These are a man-made ecosystem. For example, croplands, cities, towns, villages. It is a ecosystem particularly governed by the man. Okay, in that it controlled by the man. That's we call it as that is the artificial ecosystem. Okay, another in our syllabus we have taken two ecosystem, that is the pond ecosystem as well as forest ecosystem. So today focus on pond ecosystem. We know very well that the pond ecosystem or every ecosystem, it contain one particular factor is the or component is the same. Okay, first of all, pond ecosystem is a example of aquatic ecosystem, right? And it is a lentic ecosystem. Why? Because it is a water is the stagnant or standing in position. That's we call it as lentic ecosystem or lentic freshwater ecosystem. Okay, pond ecosystem is also known as lentic freshwater ecosystem. Why? Because water is standing on a particular position, that is called as lentic ecosystem. Okay, not lotic. Why? Lotic is the running water, and lentic is the standing water. Okay, that's why we call it a pond ecosystem. Is also called lentic freshwater ecosystem. Okay, pond ecosystem is form of abiotic factors and biotic factors. First of all, we have seen the abiotic factor. First abiotic factor is the water. Water is the main and important factors in the all biological life. Okay, and that is the one particular factors affects on the pond ecosystem. If it is absent, that's why the pond is totally dry. Why? Because it is not contain any kind of plants as well as any kind of animals is there, as well as another air. Air is also important because it contains a very large amount of oxygens and any other constituent is there, and that constituent is the important for the life. Okay, that is the plants as well as animals also. And another inorganic as well as organic compounds is also affects on pond ecosystems, as well as light is also affect on the plants ecosystem. Why? Because if it is absence of light, that time the vegetation does not grow, and if it is the vegetation is not grow, that time this some phytoplankton, sorry, zooplanktons as well as another consumers is not there. That is the one. Light is also one important factor, as well as another, it has temperature is also important factor. Pressure, pH, we know very well that is the pH of water. If it is a acidic pH is there, that is a very harmful to the animals as well as the uh, animals as well as the plants. And if it is basic pH or basic water is also harmful for the animals. Okay, it means that is the these factors is very important, and that factor contain that factor is also present in the that factor is also present in the pond ecosystem. That factors is also called abiotic factors. Second factor, that is the biotic factor or biotic component. In the biotic factor and biotic component, in the last lecture we also studied that there are three biotic factors. First one is the producer, second one is the consumer, and third one is the decomposers. Okay, so see thoroughly one by one. That is the first one is the producers. Okay, we know very well the producers synthesize the food from abiotic substances, and they carry out with the help of photosynthesis. Okay, it means that is the all plants is prepare only sorry prepare own food material with the help of sunlight, and that total process is called as photosynthesis. Okay, and that plants is also called as producers. Okay, it means for example diatoms, blue green algae, green flagellates, rooted plants, submerged plants, and fruiting plants is also. Okay, you have seen in that figure there are blue green algae, okay, as well as rooted submerged plants. Okay, is there. That is the one particular example of uh, producers. Okay, another that is the second uh, biotic factor is the consumers. We know very well consumers eat other organisms. Okay, the organisms which depends on producers are called primary consumers. The first is the primary consumer. The organism is totally depends on the producers. That consumers is also called primary consumer, and also we call it as that is the herbivores. Okay, herbivorous animals. Why? Because they have totally depends on the producers. Okay, for example, zooplankton, insects, snails. This is the one particular examples of primary consumer or herbivores. Okay, zooplankton they are such as Cyclops, Daphnia, Chironomys larva, and the insect Distachus as well as Limnia snails. It is the one particular example of primary consumer. Okay, another second, that is the secondary consumer. In the primary consumers are eaten by the secondary consumer, and that secondary consumers is also called carnivores. Okay, and these carnivores are also called primary carnivores. Why? Because they are the first carnivores in the food chain. Okay, for example, small fishes, frog, frogs. These are the examples of secondary consumers as well as primary carnivores. Why? Because it totally depends on another animal, or they consume other animals, or they eat other animals. That's why we call it as that is a primary carnivores also. Okay, another third one is the tertiary consumer. The secondary consumers are eaten by the tertiary consumer. Okay, or secondary carnivores. Tertiary consumer is eaten by the secondary consumer, or that consumers is called as secondary carnivores also. For example, large fishes, snakes. That is the examples of tertiary consumers. Okay, and that large fishes is easily consumed. That is the small fishes as well as frogs. Snakes is also consume frogs. Okay, that is the three types of consumer. That is the primary consumers is also called herbivores. Secondary consumers is also called primary carnivores, and tertiary consumers is also called the secondary carnivores or tertiary consumers. Okay, this is the consumers of a biotic factors of pond ecosystem. Another last uh, bit of that pond ecosystem, that is the reducers or decomposers. Okay, that is the decomposers are organisms that break up the dead bodies. Okay, in the last lecture we also studied all decomposers are easily break down the dead bodies of plants as well as animals, or other organisms also. Okay, as well as waste products also. Okay, in the last lecture we also studied, and it include micro bacteria and fungi. Okay, the microbes like bacteria and fungi is also included, and they secrete one particular enzyme, and that enzyme it will be hydrolyze the particular dead body, and uh, that enzyme digests the dead organism and debris into smaller bits or molecules, and these molecules are absorbed by the reducers. Okay, and after taking energy, the reducers is also release the molecules to the environment as the chemicals to be used again by the producers. Okay, we know very well that is this after taking energy, these bacteria as well as the fungi, after taking energy, they have released one particular chemicals into the earth, and that our surface again that chemical it will be used for the formation of producers also. Okay, that is the one particular food chain. Okay, that it means energy transfer from one form to the next uh, forms also. Okay, that is the biotic factors of pond ecosystem. Okay, so today we have seen that is the pond ecosystem. First of all, we have seen that is the types of ecosystem. In the types of ecosystem, mega ecosystem, macro ecosystem, meso ecosystem, micro ecosystem. After that, we also study the abiotic factors and biotic factors of pond ecosystem. And the abiotic factors, what are air, CO2, organic, inorganic compounds, light, temperature, pressure, pH, we also study. Okay, and that is the biotic factor is producer, consumers, and decomposers also study. So this is it for today. Remaining parts we will see later on. Thank you very much.